Welcome back for part 2 of our episode and our interview with Doug Saul and members of the Association for Consciousness Exploration of Wright University.
I'm Doug Saul, and we are the Association for Consciousness Exploration of Wright State University, a student club, which is friendly with, but not affiliated with, the original Association for Consciousness Exploration of Northeast Ohio.
And what brings you out to Winterstar number 25?
Well, the club grew out of a class, Exploring Mind, and some of us were taking a second class, Exploring Mind, Intentions and Intuitions. And we kind of wanted to do a field trip, something where we could learn a little bit more about healing and altered states of consciousness. So that's what got the class to do a field trip, and all of the members of the class are also in the club. So it's kind of a class club field trip coming out to learn more about healing and altered states of consciousness.
And how did you pick out Winterstar of all of the opportunities?
I've known about Winterstar for almost 20 years now, but have never gotten to go. So I had a personal interest in coming. I happened to contact them, found out more about what was going to be offered, and then realized that there was actually a good match between the theme, Healing Spirits, Healing Bodies this year, and what we've been studying in the textbook and the class we've been doing. So it was because it was a good match.
And you were talking, and you say that you were teaching about is it attention or healing, you're saying?
Yeah.
What is it that you were actually...
Well, the first class, Exploring Minds, is more general, looking at consciousness studies. We use a book called The Vast Inquiring Soul. And so everything from near-death experiences to psychokinesis to remote viewing, healing at a distance. So we go through some of those studies, and we're trying to answer the question, is a transpersonal or spiritual model of the real universe real, or is it a materialistic model? Of course, I favor the transpersonal one. Mm-hmm. And then out of that, we wanted to do more. So now we're doing the intentions and intuitions. And so we've got a whole class where we can each week go into altered states of consciousness exercises, expand our awareness, and then access intuition. And what we're really getting into now is using intentions to bring about changes in our lives.
Did everybody understand that?
Yeah, you guys want to say it in simple speak?
Okay. Let me ask you guys, have you guys had a good time out here?
Yeah, it was great.
Is this the first time for all of you, or any of you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. It's my first time to Winterstar too. What have you walked away with? Has anyone walked away with anything what you like? Would you walk away with, or anything that you didn't expect?
Yeah, I'm Irish Scotch, so a lot of the Druid stuff here, I had no experience with like my history, with my family ancestry. So I got to experience a lot of rituals and some music that I hadn't been exposed to. So I came away with sort of a better understanding of where I come from, and definitely like a greater interest in that.
Terrific. Anyone else?
I really liked the drumming. I had never drummed before, but I took one of the drumming seminars, and it's something that really felt natural to me, and I definitely want to follow it up and keep learning more about it.
And I know a number of you took a mead making class.
Yeah.
And how was that?
Oh, that was really great. We actually got AJ's number and stuff, and we want to have him come out and speak to us at our club in school.
We have weekly meetings, Ed, where we have various topics throughout the years, and we talked a little bit about the class, but the club allows us an opportunity to kind of interact with topics, everything from, what do we do? Shamanic drumming was the one right before we came. We've been doing some stuff with remote viewing and psychokinesis. So AJ's going to come and be a speaker for the club. That's great. Going to make the big drive.
So you made some connections here.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel that, they talk about intentions, do you feel, because this is kind of a community that believes in it, versus, do you feel that there's two groups of people in the world, people who believe it and people who don't. And then there's everybody else that says, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Where do you feel you guys are at? Do you guys feel that there's still kind of intention, it's kind of nonsense, that maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, or is anyone here that actually believes it does work?
I think there's a big mixture in the club pretty much. Most of us tend to believe it does work, but there are some people in the club that are a little more skeptic than others.
I mean, I've always sort of naturally been a skeptic, but the great thing about the book and like Doug's class is they have scientific studies that go through and they show, how intention has worked through various like healing studies, various, random PK generators that, I just had to cure my scientific mind of any skepticism, and now like I'm pretty much a believer because I consider it scientific fact.
That's one of the things like Isaac teaches. It says there's really an overlap between what you call magic and art and science, and somewhere in there's that sweet spot. Would you guys agree that that's that's a possibility out
Yeah,
there?
that's what we
yeah.
look for.
In the book, the intention book we're using, the intention experiment, in there she actually says intention, human will. And so while in the Magick community, they might talk about more will, in this scientific consciousness research community, it's more about intention. But they're talking about the same thing. And now they've even got studies that are showing that if you're skeptical and you don't believe in this stuff, when you do the research, it doesn't work as well. But if you believe in it, it works a lot better. You get more significant results.
I may be asking, and trust me, my college education was in something completely different. Would that be something along the lines of the observer theory?
Yes, it's a cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you guys going to walk away with from this event? Anything in particular? I mean, a good time?
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's always the best thing, isn't it? How do you guys enjoy the celebrations last night?
Yes.
I know some of you were listening to the Celtic, sort of Celtic bardic name. Now, Mike, when my young programmer guy, never saw that before. That's in lost art for him. Have you guys seen that sort of folk music before?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, okay, so it was something new. What'd you think of it?
I liked Ian especially, was very good,
Mm-hmm.
and his wife as well. So I really enjoyed them. I think some of the other songs were pretty funny.
Yeah, my favorite is Magic Tool.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that one. This is a G-rated show.
Yeah.
Douglas, so bringing the students out here, what was it like for you? Is this,
Actually, ACE of the original ACE, it can get a little confusing, ACE of WSU and ACE LLC. Jeff, the coordinator, made it very easy for us. We had a series of emails. We were able to reserve a cabin, and pretty much we all piled in a van and came out. Students did their own food. It's been a very harmonious group. I'm really pleased. I thought, I was going to maybe get into this chaperone thing. It's not been that at all. They've been really great.
I know, it's been hard to catch all you guys because you guys have been in all the classes.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite classes? Anyone?
The drumming.
The drumming for you?
And I also like the voodoo ritual. That was really neat.
That was different. We hadn't done anything like that.
Yeah.
My favorite was the Druid healing ritual.
Yeah, that was mine too.
Anyone else?
Druid healing. I really liked, Joe has, we do a lot of, the sort of audio strobe stuff. He had one with lights as well. I think that would fit really well within our club. We're going to have him come out and sort of do a session with us too.
Terrific. Last thing I'm going to ask, a lot of college kids are out there looking for things like this, and they may not have it available. How would they look around their campus? Either starting their own club or maybe finding a club. How would they do that?
Well, I think the first thing they want to do is they want to check out their Office of Student Activities, or whatever the local variation of that is, and ask if there is already a club that's like this. But there's a good chance that there isn't. At most campuses, it's fairly easy for students to start new clubs, but usually what they need is they need a staff member like myself or a faculty member to serve as the advisor. And then it's usually simply working with the Student Activities Board, come up with a couple of officers, a quick constitution, get that faculty staff advisor lined up, and start having meetings. And one of the neat things is there are so many resources now on the web, so many print resources, but so many on the web that are free or low price, that there's lots to research. We always try to get an electronic classroom for our meetings, because a lot of times when the students are presenting, I'm presenting out of books. They're presenting website information, and we're checking that stuff out. So there's a wealth of material out there that the student club could go with, and you don't have to have a lot of experts in the club to have a club that's going to focus on discussion of some of these issues where science and spirituality come together.
If someone wanted to find out about you guys, how would they find out about you guys?
I'm not sure if they can hit the internal Wright State page without being a Wright State. What about the MySpace?
Are you guys?
Yeah, we have MySpace and Facebook. I don't remember the.
Just give. Oh, okay. So.
What is it? Do you know?
MySpace is groups.myspace.com, and then I don't know which slash it was. I think it's / and then ACE of WSU.
probably everybody who knows MySpace already knows that.
Yeah.
This internet stuff doesn't make you feel like you're a little bit. These guys all know the internet.
I learned from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a fair exchange. I bring some things from my background, and they share lots of internet and modern things with me.
Anything last things you guys like to say? No? Go Winterstar, yeah.
Go Winterstar.
And hope to say thank you for your time. And thank you.
Thanks.
I hope that you enjoyed these interviews from the 25th Annual Winterstar Festival and that you'll join us again next week for another episode of Living the Wiccan Life. Until then, may you blessed be. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis, and I'm very pleased to announce the publication in paperback of Witch School's Lessons for the First Degree. Available now for pre-order from witchschool.com and coming soon to a bookstore near you, together with Lessons for the Second Degree and Lessons for the Third Degree.